blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
What's good? What's good? What's good? I want to apologize about the late start. I didn't hit the button the right way, man. Me and Lisa was already on here running it. So I'm gonna have to give you guys the actual introduction over again because no one heard me because I didn't hit the button like I was supposed to. So to the viewers of Louisiana Lyricist Lounge, please forgive me. So I am your host, Paul Cram the Poet, aka the Drip of All Trades, and this is another episode of the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. And tonight's episode, we are featuring an artist that I have had the pleasure, once again, of working with. We have a collab that you will be listening to later on tonight. And we gonna talk shit because she will talk shit and she has fun and she's just a great spirit, man. So let me give y'all the introduction to the beautiful and talented Miss Lisa Lips. Lisa Lips McCready is a broadcaster with a background in radio, TV, and film. Currently a podcast on the Epiphany Radio Network, she plays Spinderella to the ladies of Divas Talk on Wednesday night and hosts the Inkwell every other Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. She can also be found on 2 episodes of the Apple podcast Oralicious, A Tale of Sex, available on all platforms. Miss Lips is also a seasoned poet who has been seen on stages from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania to Mobile, Alabama. A former member of Maryland's own Triple L Poetry, she now makes her home with the international collective known as the Honey Drippers. An artist and a visionary, she has many facades and is branching into literary world with 2 book projects currently in the making and an album entitled Lip Service. Outside her pen, Lisa spends time seeking spiritual elevation and enjoying her love for cooking. All in all, she prides herself on standing in her truth and being a soft place to land for friends in troubled times. So once again, because of my mistake, once again, let me please introduce everyone to the beautiful and talented Miss Lisa Lips. What's good again, baby?
Hey, my love, what's happening?
What's up? What's up? What's up?
You
Yeah,
tell me
man.
about my kitchen, man. I've been in here cooking this afternoon. I seasoned up some turkey breast and made a big ass pot of turkey stew.
Oh shit, word.
Hmm
I had something this weekend that I've never had before, and it wasn't bad, man. Like I didn't know people put gravy on their grits,
Yeah.
and man, man, that was a different flavor.
Yeah,
That was good. That was
I
real
put I got onions and potatoes and carrots and broccoli and corn and all kinds of stuff in this stew.
hmm All right, let's go ahead and get back into it. So please forgive me for my for the mistake earlier. Again
It's
to
all
the viewers, I apologize for the late start. But we're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it moving because that's what we do. So, Miss Liz, we're gonna start off with a different question now. I want to know what got you into poetry in the beginning.
Just the love of words. I like to write. I like to tell stories. I was an only child for a long time. I was my parents' only child for 10 years. And I lived in a neighborhood full of boys. So I was either gonna be on my own or out there getting beat up with the boys. And yeah.
Wasn't going for that one.
Right. Well, I was somewhat of a tomboy when I was younger. I kind of grew out of that now, but yeah, I always was kind of a brainiac kid, and I liked the written word. So I was reading, and then I had an elementary school teacher who had a love of poetry. And instead of us having a textbook in second grade, she gave us a book of Robert Louis Stevenson's poetry, and that's what we learned from.
Hmm.
So that gave me that love of poetry. And then I always kind of like dark and macabre. So I was reading Edgar Allan Poe on the bus and Robert Louis Stevenson in class every day.
Oh, so you had some pretty decent inspirations.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
dope. That's dope. Would you as far as stages go, like I see that you perform from Philly all the way down to Mobile, Alabama. I don't know why I like saying that like that, man. It has to do with the Forrest Gump movie, man. But you perform like that's a huge distance. Is there any particular city that you've been to where you just was like, you know what, this is my favorite stage?
We've done a lot of stuff in Atlanta, and I'm starting to really love the stages in Atlanta.
That's definitely my goal. Like I would love to plant my feet. Like I really want to go to a Sensual Saturday.
Absolutely. The next one is in November.
Yeah, like I want to perform at even if I don't perform, I just want to be in the atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
You need to be in the drip anyway. You need to come and just see what it's like to be around all of us. It
you
is
know,
all love.
oh, definitely, man. I promise you, I've been talking to King Drip, man. Shout out Mojave. So we got some things in motion. We got some things going, but once once I touch down at a drip event, I just hope y'all ready, man, because I got points to prove.
Look, if you come to Central Saturday, it's only 2 hours from my house. So
Ooh, see, there
you
you go.
fly you fly into Atlanta. If you ain't got the hotel money, I got a sofa, a recliner, and a bed. You can find somewhere to sleep in here.
You know what? I might take you up on that offer. All right. So you play Spinderella on Divas Talk. Shout out La Perla Negra and Miss VIP. And you also host the Inkwell all through Epiphany. Tell us about those shows.
Truthfully, Epiphany is how I started doing all this stuff here.
Hmm.
I was very sick 3 years ago. My kidneys had failed, and I was stuck in the house. And I happened to find the Get Down one night on Facebook, and that's what started this whole ball rolling. Because I got on Epiphany, and Epiphany ran me into Mojave, and Mojave liked my poetry and put me in class to become a part of the drip. So without Epiphany, I wouldn't be sitting here. But
Man.
yeah, so Mrs. VIP and it was having some difficulties a year or so ago, and La Perla Negra asked me if I would temporarily co-host with her, and that turned into Van offering me a spot as part of Epiphany. So once Mrs. VIP came back, they liked the way I played the music, so they kept me on as a DJ to the two of them. And then every other Friday night, the Inkwell is my little domain where I created that. I want you to come in, spit whatever you feeling, and then tell me what moves your pen. Spit your things, and then we're gonna talk about what made you write what you wrote.
Okay. Yeah, I like the Inkwell. The Inkwell is one of those shows. It's refreshing because
Yeah,
it's different.
I need to catch you on a Friday night when you ain't busy, so you can come and feature now that you got new stuff out.
I appreciate that. Yeah, we can definitely discuss that. Matter of fact, yeah, after the show, you can hit me up and we can plan for next Friday. The next Friday
Okay,
you have,
all right.
right? Miss Rogers, we trying to get you backstage. We got to get you backstage. Oh man.
I
So
resent her the link to make sure she had the right thing.
yeah, that's another guest that we're gonna have. Poetress Madam X. As soon as we can get past whatever login difficulties we're having, we're gonna bring her on stage as well. But to continue your interview right now, what challenges do you feel like you run across as far as being a performing artist, trying to reach a stage or things of that nature? What challenges do you have?
Um, I think part of my challenges is that I don't fit any real mold. So people
Mm.
don't know where to put me. They know I do sensual poetry, but they've heard me do consciousness. I was a news writer for many years, so the news kind of moves me to write a lot of stuff. And I write my feelings. I don't have a format. I was told by a friend of mine that I was like Prince, that I did things the way I did them, and ain't nobody else gonna do them the way I do
That's a hell of a comparison.
them.
That's a hell of a comparison.
So yeah, I took that as a compliment because I
Oh,
do. I kind of have, and because I have written all my life, I kind of have gotten into a groove that I feel good about and tell the stories that I tell, and they don't necessarily match up to whatever poetry in a book says that it is.
mhm.
Um, but I kind of tell stories. Sometimes I get flippant. I have pieces. I wrote a piece a good while ago that is called Peaches and Cognac, and every line ends with a word that rhymes with cognac.
Wow. See, a lot of people don't. I didn't realize how much like it's a difference between poetry being a hobby and poetry being a lifestyle.
Right.
Like poetry is a hobby. To me, you got your words, you write your words down, you do your thing. There you go. Like poetry is a lifestyle, man. People don't even understand the work that it really takes to be the artist that you're trying to be. You went through Drip you
Yeah.
know, so
I
like,
started with a class of 14, and I was the only one that graduated.
see, that's crazy. Shout out Keynotes, man. Caffeine, my classmate for the anthology Drip You Summer 24. Yeah, y'all gonna get tired of me with that. And I done got my tiki too. Oh, it's over with. Y'all gonna get tired
I
of
just
me.
ordered new ones.
Y'all gonna get tired of me. But yeah, Keynote's another one that could probably tell you, man. Like as a poet, like poetry has always been an escape for me. You know, it's been my therapist, it's been my lover, it's been my best friend, it's been the ear that I needed. Poetry has been so much to me, but it was a hobby
Hmm.
until I realized that poetry was more than just a hobby. Poetry is part of my existence.
Hmm.
And the work that you really have to put in to be the artist that you want to be, man, a lot of people don't want to do that. So with that being said, when you feel discouraged as an artist, what do you do to bring yourself out of that?
A lot of times when I'm discouraged, I can't sleep. So it's the wee hours of the morning, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, when the birds are chirping, but it ain't no light outside. And
Hmm.
I sit here and I cry and I talk to my phone. Yeah, I put on my voice recorder and just talk to the phone. And whatever it comes out to be is what it is. But that's
Mm,
because I don't have a lot of close friends, and the friends that I do have that are close don't understand the poetry journey. You know, I do lean into some of my poet friends. Me and Danielle, the La Perla Negra,
hmm.
is somebody I lean into a lot. Um, and Mojave is always a shoulder to cry on. And so,
Definitely.
yeah, it's a lot. But I grew up kind of solitary, so my first instinct is to withdraw from everybody, and then I have to figure out how to stop hiding in my shell.
All right. So she has made her way in the building. So let me go. So let me go and give this introduction really quick for everybody. From the streets of Jackson, Mississippi, to the streets of Chicago, Illinois, Juanita has always come a long way. Although she was not raised in the projects of Chicago, her life before the age of 16 made it easy for her to learn how to adapt in any situation where she was very young. Her life turned her into a poet. Juanita, aka Poetress Madam X's poetry took off shortly after her mother passed and during the Black Lives Matter movement when she shared the poem titled The Time Is Now. This poem was written as a wake up call to the Black community to unite and not focus so much on our past, but to make corrections to our present so we can make changes for our future. In 2018, her following grew and spread to Nigeria. Before her connections in Chicago, Nigeria kept her grounded. She felt closer to the African culture and embraced it. The tone and theme of her poems changed. She stopped writing about herself as much and began to write from within her spirit. She then created inspirational groups on Facebook. Ebony Making Progress, which was revamped from high school, that focused on educating those who did not understand the new Civil War. Breaking Mental Change, which empowered women to love themselves and stop allowing others to name calling such as bitches and hoes. Instead, to refer themselves as queens. And Storm Riders, which is where she shared her and Storm Rider, which is where she shared her deepest testimony, scriptures, and prayers. She encouraged many to keep moving forward, and when she felt like giving up, her supporters encouraged her to keep going. Her resilience through depression, homelessness, and betrayal changed her demeanor, and she began to embrace and love herself. She elevated and blossomed to the poetic queen she is today. Continuing to inspire and encourage other authors, is what she does absolutely best. So, everybody, please welcome to the stage the absolutely wonderful poetress, Madam X. What's good, Queen?
Hey, hello,
We
hello.
got
Can y'all
we
hear
you
me?
made it.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
All right, that's what's up. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm so happy to be here.
We're
I'm
happy
like
to have you.
shaking. I'm trying to stop shaking.
Why? Why are you shaking?
I don't know. This is my first time like being live, so
Nah, baby. All you gotta think about is just the conversation.
All
That's all
right.
we doing. We just having a conversation. We good. But I'm about to ask you a quick question. What got you? Well, I see right here you're telling me when you started getting deep into poetry. So, as far as the Black Lives Matter movement and your pen, what correlation and what feeling did you have when you decided to use that as your weapon of choice?
Well, to be honest, I've always been an activist. I don't know. It may have been born into it. Um, I just know when I came to Illinois from the South, I went to an all white school. So I was kind of culture shocked. I was like, wait, where is the groups for black people? And so that's really where it all started from. I was writing poetry. I wrote a short story in high school. And a lot of my high school friends remember me as that. I was in ROTC. I did like a lot of stuff for the community, even when I was in DeKalb. Before I even moved to Chicago, like I said, I've always been an activist. I've always had the passion to do what's right, which is why I don't understand why I'm a CNA and not a lawyer. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's just how my life ended up. But other than that, yeah, I've always had a passion for um, fighting for the people, what's right, in justice in America. A lot of my poetry gears toward that. I could sit here and watch the news and get pissed off and just come out with a blah 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 blah. So yeah, that's really pretty much where it all came from. And then of course my mom.
Yeah, my mom is a big inspiration to me. Hence my name, Paul Cram. This proof a woman can raise a man. Like I give all accolades to that woman. That is absolutely the strongest woman I know. Like for her to raise me, and I mean, she says it a lot that she wasn't by herself because I had my grandpa and I had people like, my coach, my baseball coach, Coach Willie Lorden, aka Shoppy. But that was the only person I had in the house, and I gave that woman as much hell as I could without her leaving her foot in my ass permanently.
Right.
And and for her to go through that and to make me to become the man that I am today, my that woman is strong, like so strong. So I totally understand how your mother is an inspiration because mine, I'm a mama's boy. Don't get that twisted, viewers. I'm a mama's boy. I'm good with these, but I'm definitely a mama's boy. I'm definitely a mama's boy. Oh, so our Miss Lips had already told us that she's performed like vast amount of stages, and I know that you getting into it real deep as far as the Black Lives Matter movement. I would like to know: is there any particular stage that you would love to spit your poetry on?
Well, I've to be honest, I was part of the Chicago Coalition for the Homeless,
Mhm.
and they had a poetry team. And so I was able to get in front of people and do my poetry. A lot of those poems that I wrote was geared towards the cause. So I have been in front of people speaking, but my ideal dream would be just to just, I don't know. It don't even matter what stage it is. Just to get up on a stage, period. That would be like, superb for me because I'm so shy. I mean, I'm this tough cookie, but I'm shy. You know what I mean? Like it's like I'm shy in front of a whole crowd of people, but I can go outside on the block and say, "Hey, y'all, listen to this." Blah 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 blah. But when I know there's a lot of people listening and watching, it's like, ooh, I get all nervous a little bit. But I really appreciate you giving me this opportunity because I got a feeling that this is kind of going to break the ice. Once I get used to doing stuff like this, I'll feel more comfortable standing in front of a crowd.
I appreciate that. Now, what you don't realize is, not only are you live and you got people watching you, like we got a decent amount of viewers right now. You also on stage with two hosts, like who will put you
I see that.
in front of people.
Between
I
you
know
and
she was
him,
trying to
we
get me to come on the radio the other night. I was like, I'm at work, boo. I'm sorry, I can't. I'm at work.
Yeah. Oh, she don't care about being at work. I was at work and I went on my lunch break. And I
Right.
told her I was on my lunch break, and she brought me up.
Absolutely.
She is
That's
not.
what's up.
So yeah. So welcome to the community. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the world. Um, and finding a stage, man, I promise you, you will not have that issue. You will not have that issue. So since we on the subject of stages, before we start spitting, I want to know what's your dream stage, Lisa Lips. Hold on,
Um,
I said that wrong. I'm sorry. Hold on. What's your dream stage, Miss Lips?
and it was you standing on with me.
Ooh, that's what she gets. That's our rumor start right there, boy. That's our rumor
Please,
start right there.
me and Paul Crabb do this constantly. I can come into any room that he's already in, and I can guarantee to hear, "Hey, Miss Lips."
Hey, Miss Lip.
But yeah, for real, I would like to be somewhere in like some boho little spot in New York, on one of those little stages that a lot of people just got their start from, you know, them little spots that most people miss. I love little speakeasy type spots like that.
Mm.
Yeah.
I want the Apollo. Like I want to place my feet on the Apollo stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember being at my grandfather's house, spending the night working with him all day Saturday,
Mm-hmm.
just to spend the night with him because that's what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be in the front room. I know he'll sleep, and I'm watching Showtime at the Apollo, and I'm watching all these people who are just coming up for amateur night. And then I get older, and I see these same people who have made it, and
Right.
it's like, man, like I would love to just place my feet on the
Right.
same stage that these artists have placed their feet on.
In a fantasy world, I'd like to have the Arsenio Hall show back because he brought on all kinds of oddball talent that nobody else had.
Yeah, or that was a hell of a show, man. That was
Mhm.
you know what? We got to find a way to try to bring something like that back.
Mhm.
Maybe the drip can do something. Let's figure it out, but now. So we're about to get into the poetry portion of this. So this is where you guys will spit your first piece. I'm not sure who wants to go first. I can let you guys decide that between you two.
I'm good. If you want to go first, that's fine. If you want me to go first, that's fine.
Now,
I
it's
go first. I go
it's
first. I think I'm the most nervous.
Okay.
so the mic is totally open mic. You can whatever piece, whatever it's about, get it in. So if you're ready to go, the mic is yours.
All right, y'all. So this is your girl, Poetress Madam X. I am Poetress Madam X. And this piece right here, I wrote doing this election. So brace yourself. Pay attention to these politicians. Listen, I'm not trying to sway your vote. or make you choke. Please stay woke. Trying to stay in my lane, but this show is insane. Is this what we have become? We have no choices in this presidential run. Taking away our votes right before our eyes, forcing us to choose between the lies. Freedom still cries. Do we need these elected officials? Corruption continues as they blow the whistle, revealing their true identity. Is this what we have become to be? Everybody is shaking in their boots, sitting on the edge. They put us in a wedge between us, don't shoot. We fall for it every time when all we have to do is rise. All we have to do is unite. They need our votes, right? But are we still making demands, or are we still complaining, watching politicians dance around our democracy, watching a shit show full of hypocrisy? Has anything changed? What about reparations? Seems like that topic then went on vacation. We are forced to choose between a rock and a hard place. The way things look now, oh, we're going to need God's grace. Pay attention to these politicians. Open your ears and listen. Ask yourself, what are their true intentions? Our lives are on the line, but they fail to mention. Going back and forth, coming up with all these inventions, while people are still struggling and still coming up missing. Yet they want us to vote. I mean, how do we choose when we have no choices? They seem confused. And why are we so damn quiet? I'm not saying we need to stand up and riot, but sitting still should not be an option. Is it too late for us to stop this? I guess we will just have to wait and see. What's cool with you may not be cool with me. Or we can just sit here and go with the flow. We're the chosen ones anyway. That's why they want our votes. That's it.
Now tell me why you was nervous.
Right.
Like, why was you nervous?
I don't know. I always be like that.
No, see, your poem has a message, and that message has to be heard. If you was trying to save somebody's life with something you had to say, would you be nervous to tell them?
Nah, I'm not nervous. I'm not nervous on the spot. I'm just nervous. You could say I don't know.
It's the camera.
Yeah, in the camera, right. There you go,
Right.
in the camera.
Yeah.
That's it, right.
For me too.
It's the camera.
That camera used to scare me a little bit until I started getting invitations from like Pornhub and stuff, and I was like, I ain't scared of the camera no more. I'm just gonna embrace this. All right, Miss Lisa Lips, if you are ready, the mic is yours.
This piece is called I Prayed. I prayed in silence over your sleeping head for the revelation of who you truly be and why you entered my universe. Asked for strength and guidance for the role I am to play. Shed tears with outstretched hands that this journey be fruitful, that this vessel be not shattered by false prophets, seeking only what they can devour. That blessings rain down to protect my fragile heart and whatever was in store for me with you. I prayed for your strength to be all the man my eyes see in you, past all the shattered glories of your past, that the king in you recognizes the queen in me and chooses to act accordingly. Prayed for wisdom to be parsed so that you could speak your truths without fear of judgment, that you could see the God in you, join the goddess in me, and design the kingdom that is to be formed from shared experiences. I prayed for you, asked for strength to be helpmeet in every hope and desire, so that we could elevate to the heights yet undreamed. I prayed for us. Then you shut the door, unceremoniously retreated. And at first I felt broken. Then I realized that was the answer. You are not prepared for this journey. You speak on visions and regurgitate fallacies, one foot still planted solidly on shaky ground, afraid to step into the peace you so desperately seek. spewing anger when you're misunderstood, instead of moving on the knowledge imparted, not seeing that the holdback is you, filtering moves through broken past hurts and missing the gift placed before you. So once again, I prayed, lead him to understand self fully before this treasure be lost and our kingdom becomes mythology, unrealized. I'm Lips, and you've just been serviced.
All right, Miss Lip. All right. I love your closing. Like you and Marielle, like y'all make me want to find a signature. I say it's drip. So, but
But it works for you though.
it does. It it does. It does. Oh man, Songbird said bastards always shuts doors they were meant to open. Wifey, you was too good for him. Fuck him. Shout out Songbird. She meant that too. That F was in capitalized.
Yeah.
She meant that.
Yeah, that was a piece about a guy I was talking to, and he wasn't feeling good. And we were talking on the phone, and he fell asleep while we were talking. So I commenced to pray for this man, and I prayed tears out my eyes. And that man hung up the phone at the end of that conversation and ghosted me.
His loss.
Yeah. Yeah. He popped back up months later talking about, can we speak? I was like, did you text the right person?
That's because he saw that video with that damn gummy worm. Oh, shit. He knew what it was.
Oh, well, he'll never know for himself.
Oh Lord. So the piece that I'm gonna do, I've done it on Epiphany before. It's called Sundown PD. And it's more along the lines of police brutality and justice. So here we go. If the life of a black man were to be made into a weekly television program, I truly believe it will be billed as a sitcom, geared towards the entertainment of those who already look at us as nothing but jokes. It will be centered around the police department of a fictionalized town with a very realistic racist history called Sundown, USA. The opening credits will display disturbing images of mutilated bodies of black men as a backdrop to introduce the cast of smiling police officers, set to the strumming of a banjo and a fiddle, and the words that was written for the tune sounded like, "We're gonna kill us one today, fellas, uh-huh. We're gonna kill us one today, fellas, uh-huh. We traded in our sheets for a badge and a gun. We'll kill us one today, fellas, uh-huh." Episode 1 will cleverly be titled Membership Granted, the initiation of Johannes Mercer. The whole episode was filmed in front of a live studio audience, so you know the laughter is genuine throughout the show when they make jokes about Oscar Grant. Case in point, Mercer was just doing his job. Hell, the boy was warned twice. Not his fault Oscar took his life for granted. The audience again erupts in laughter as the theme song comes back on to close the show. And with the amount of material the writers have to create the episode, Sundown PD is destined to be the longest running television program in history. It will receive many awards, similar to the light jail sentences and paid leaves of their heroes. You see, the only difference between this show and my reality is that on the show, we already know who dies. In my reality, I have to live with the fact that every day I have to hope and pray that I do not end up being part of some police officer's audition tape. So I try to stay away from the Sundown PD. Drip.
Yes.
I love that piece, man.
That was nice.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Songbird. All right, so we are at the point of the show where we are getting ready to go to the music break. And the music break this evening, we're going to have one of my favorite black artists by the name of Hakeem Romance. and with the song called I Heard. I like this song. If y'all heard it last week, hear it again because the song is dope. So here's Hakeem Romance with I Heard.
Looking for me, asking all sorts of questions, second guessing. Well, you done found me, babe. What's it gonna be? You summoned me. Come over here, get you what you need. You been talking that shit all day. I'ma let you have your way. Show me what you're about, baby. Shouldn't be much more to say. So here we are, we got time alone. Baby, come on. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me, yeah. Vicky secrets, infinity, many options to pick from. Sensing your sweet aura, is that Dior? I can't choose, I choose you. You know I love all of them. But what's the point of it all? I'ma rip them off anyway. You been talking that shit all day. I'ma let you have your way. Show me what you're about, baby. Shouldn't be much more to say. So here we are, we got time alone. Baby, come on. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me. I need to see what you're talking about. Make me believe what it's all about. Inspire me walking in the house. Baby, show me, yeah.
All right, that was Hakeem Romance with I Heard. And if you are an independent artist or a spoken word artist, poet, up and coming comedian that's looking for some exposure, you can go to blastmusic247.com and register for free. But Blast is not just looking for artists. Blast is also looking for the fans. So if you are a fan of great music, you can also register as an unlimited fan at blastmusic247.com for free. Blast. We're constantly changing the industry, one artist at a time. All right. Now, for those of you who are just joining us here at the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge, I have two very, very wonderful artists on the stage. We have poetress Madam X, and we have the incredible Miss Lisa Lips. And we're going to continue this interview. So the little difference between the show tonight and the other nights is normally the guests to do like two pieces, but tonight these guests are going to do three. So we're immediately are going to get right into it. So, poetress went first last time, Miss Lips.
Okay.
I'm going to have you go first this time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is new shit. I just wrote this today.
New shit!
And it's entitled His Eyes.
All right, the mic is yours.
and you will see the inspiration as you listen. It's his eyes, those ebony pools of emotion that he doesn't believe anyone sees, the windows to a soul who has endured the tortures of being mishandled and misunderstood, seen endless dark days and unrequited love, and hides his true feelings behind bourbon and cigar smoke. But in those eyes, I see a capacity for deeper connection, a man who longs for a heart who can match his, one that loves his as fiercely as his does, and will be a safe space in his storm. Those eyes have seen moments that would break a lesser man, but still he forges forth, vanquishing the foes that sometimes only he can see. A mighty man who protects his loved ones with his last breath, stands on his principles, and gives from his heart. And his only true freedom lives in his pen, because she's the only one who knows him. She allows him space to spit truth, spill praises, work through disparities, and live out fantasies of carnal desires, giving room for the reign of Olakan, the conqueror of all he pervades, while he himself feels in control of nothing, wishing that if only she could be flesh, his pen would be his perfect mate. But alas, he stands in the void between paper and pen, looking out through those amazing eyes, finding refuge in the blood of his ink, poetically auditing what cannot reach audacious minds, and praying for that day when written peace becomes reality. I'm lips, and you've just been serviced.
Nice.
You about to start some shit.
I ain't hear nothing.
I love to make a black man blush.
Oh man, that was a wonderful piece, and thank you.
You're welcome. What he
Oh,
did not tell anybody is that I have been following his stuff long before I knew him. And he happened onto a show that I was co-hosting one night on Epiphany. And I fanned out worse than if I had met Luther Vandross and Prince on the same stage.
man, yeah, you. I don't blush often, but you got me. Yeah. All right. Poetress, Madam X. Are you prepared with your second piece?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna I don't know if you guys if I mentioned this or if I put it in my bio, but I do have a book out. It's called Diamonds on the Black Sheet,
Mm-hmm.
and it's about overcoming domestic violence and finding your voice. So that's been out since 2020. I had a little editor issues, which is why it's not kind of really going anywhere right now. But I'm working real hard on the sequel or the second part of it, which is called The Black Widow. And the Black Widow is based off of the emotions that someone will go through dealing with the domestic. So she's kind of crazy, kind of like But anyway, so this one actually comes from the original book Diamonds on the Black Sheet, and it's called I didn't deserve this. I'm reading from the book itself.
Roger that. The mic is yours.
Okay, here we go. I didn't deserve this. Many nights went by, and I was left holding my head down in shame, being so vulnerable, not knowing the dirty tricks of the game. I blame my mother for not teaching me the life skills. I blame my father for not having the balls to keep it real. See, I never understood why I was always tossed to the side, Was it their pride that they had a child and tried to hide? I mean, what did I do to them to toss me away? To allow this cruel world to raise me that led me astray? Did I cry too much or laugh too loud? How come when I was born they were not proud? Was I an oops or a mistake or just unwanted? Did they realize that their mistake just hunted me? Did they realize that I would grow up lost and confused? Or did they even realize that my life was full of blues? I learned how to love others and not love myself. I gave those who did not deserve my wealth. I learned how to accept being used and abused. That's the life that they gave me, not that I did choose. On the outside, I look so secure and sweet, yet within my soul, I'm so hurt and so weak. After many years of loving them so deep, who would have thought I would be the black sheep? Poetress Madam X.
You said something in that piece that hit me real hard because I felt like this before, where I was going through my own bit of depression as a kid, but you said, was I an oops? And I don't know how many of us have thought that I was a mistake and I was not supposed to be here, and if I wasn't here, their lives would be so much better. And like, so for you to call that out the way you just called that out in your piece, I want to say thank you, because that touched on something that I've harbored for a long time.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
That was a beautiful, beautiful piece. Beautiful piece. You damn near got some wet shit out my eye. You almost did that. But I'm a G. It might be lowercase sometime, but I'm a G, damn it. All right. So for my second piece, I'm gonna do this piece called "My Pen." I fell in love when I wrote this piece. I forgot what the prompt was from. I want to say Van Meadows. He's good for doing that. But this is my shout out Imuna. What's up?
Hey, my sister.
Hey, what's up? And you got the link so you can hop in on the stage. So don't play like that. Yeah. All right. So the piece I'm getting ready to do is called "My Pen."
Yep.
My pen. A 38 special that sits comfortably between my fingers. My poetry is the ammunition. But it sat on the shelf for so long because to load it, I thought I needed permission. That is until I realized that depression has made a home in my soul without paying an admission. So that's when I made the decision to load my pen, take aim at the pain, and start firing shots. My pen has had the safety mechanism removed and a hair trigger modification added. My poetry, on a path of being crafted as a perfected wad-colored bullet. My depression arrogantly wears a vest of paper for protection, but with pinpoint precision, my pen penetrates perfectly with projectiles of poetry, pushing the parameter of that piss-poor emotion past the point of existence. For that day, my pen finds the freedom to protect me, allowing me to take shots at my hurt without the feeling of guilt. My poetry removes the mental shackles that had my emotions chained down for so long. My pen, my poetry, the main components for my continued existence. This is not a hobby for me. My pen and my poetry completes me. They are truly the guards that freed me from a cage that I mentally put myself in. Drip.
Nice.
Thank you. We appreciate it. All right. So, quick question before we go into third pieces. I would like to know this from both of you. Whoever answers first, it doesn't matter, but I want to know. Deceased or alive? Any artist that you can think of that you would love would be your dream collab, who would it be?
Wow. I don't know, man. There's so many amazing poets that are within my circle, you know. Um, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if she wasn't really classified as a poet, but
Don't have to be a poet, any artist.
I would love to sit down with Toni Morrison.
Ooh. Ooh. You know what? I could see that. Her writing and the way you,
I got
that
the
would be,
opportunity to meet her once.
really?
Yeah, she was speaking at a university near where I was working at the time, and I had a 2 hour break, so I went to the lecture. But yeah, and but I couldn't like really get any time with her because everybody was clamoring to talk to her, and it was a public position, you know. But yeah, she's got this quiet strength, and she did exactly what she wanted to do with her work. Nobody had any control of her.
That's what's up, man. You have to respect the strength of a woman who stands on business.
Hmm.
Like you have to respect that. You just have to.
Because
What
remember,
about?
she started out as an editor,
Mhm.
and then her writing came from that, from her being in that world already. So when she started writing her own stuff, couldn't nobody tell her nothing because she was already an award-winning editor.
Already doing a thing. Toni was my book writing mentor. Wow, like that's what's up.
Yeah.
So
Plus,
poetry.
she absolutely had the best opening lines to stuff because I bought Paradise just from reading the first line. The first line of that book is they killed the white girl first.
Yeah, that'll spark my interest immediately.
Hmm.
I would want to understand. Okay, who- what
Right.
happened? Why did she die? Same question to you, poetry.
Well, for me, it would be Maya Angelou.
Mm.
And I say this because when I first really came out on social media with my poetry, and then during the Trump era, I was very, very, very controversial. I was very deep with a lot of the stuff that I was saying, which is why I kept staying in Facebook jail, because I was so, I did. I was so controversial. I was always getting tagged and flagged or whatever. But I say this because a lot of people have compared some of my work to her. Some people call me Little Maya Angelou. When I was in college, my English course, I had a black teacher, and we had to pick a poet to we had to pick a poem, and we had to rewrite it. Well, I did Maya Angelou, and I did Phenomenal Woman. So I rewrote Phenomenal Woman. Of course, I don't have the copy of it now, but I did. I rewrote Phenomenal Woman, and that kind of stuck with me. And then, throughout the years, I just tried to um, model a lot of my writing after her. Like I listen to her a lot. Sometimes I do some research and just kind of listen to her voice. And some people say when I'm talking to them on the phone and when I'm really getting into like I'll say mentoring people, they say I got that soft, I got that the warmth of her. And so I feel real honored when people say that about my work sometimes. So yeah, that would be like, oh, and of course, this Tupac, of course. I gotta say Tupac. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
I
hey,
gotta
you,
put Tupac in there.
I
Everybody
actually
knows that
spent
I'm
time with
Tupac
Pop.
little sister. So so I had to like shout out to Tupac for real because and I write about him. I talk about him a lot, even on my platform, because a lot of us women who was displaced, when we were younger, like me, I was out of my house when I was like 10 years old, and 16, 17, in my high school years, Tupac, his music just kept me grounded. It kept me grounded. I felt safe listening to him, and it just kind of got me through a lot of stuff minus church. I was a church girl, but then on the other side, I had to listen to my rap music too. And Tupac was the one who actually got me out of a lot of situations, or whatever. I mean, it may sound weird, but yeah, he did. His music really, really, really helped me get through a lot of stuff, especially when Brenda Had a Baby came out. Like me having my baby at 16 years old, getting kicked out when I was 17, didn't have no family, all that just made me into the soldier that I call myself, that I am today.
Man, Pac is, I have a different type of love for Tupac because I grew up in a house where I felt like Tupac was my damn stepdaddy. Like my mama have a love for Pac, like a love for Pac. When he passed, and I'm sure she gonna slap the piss out of me for telling everybody this, but when Pac passed, this was September of '96.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember people calling my mama to check on her. Like people was calling to make sure that she was okay. Like my mama ain't cooked for 3 damn days behind Tupac. And I didn't understand it then as a kid. I was really just, that song, I Ain't Mad at You. Yes, I am, nigga. I am very upset with you right now.
And you was hangry because she wasn't cooking.
But I was pissed. But then, like, I got older and I realized that certain people get connections through your music, through your art, things of that nature. And it's like, dang, like, I get it. So I never find it weird dealing with Tupac. Like, my mama still got a picture of Tupac in her back room. Tupac and President Obama. Like,
I was
don't say nothing bad
fortunate
about
to
him.
have met him and knew him. So, yeah. And the person that thought he was is nowhere near the person that he honestly was. That man was intelligent. He was kind-hearted. He was, they portrayed him as a thug, but that was not the man he was.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he was a genius. So shout out, much love, rest easy to Tupac Shakur.
Yes.
Okay, so we are getting close to the end of the show, so we're getting ready to spit this third and final piece. After we spit the pieces, Ms. Poetress X, once we're completed with the pieces, I want you to let everybody know where they can find you. Tell them about your book again, where they can find the books, all of that. And same thing with you, Miss Lips. Let them know where they can find you, your show, all of that. Poetress Madam X, if you are ready, the mic is yours.
Okay. All right. So this one I just wrote recently. It's called I Call My Status Back. I did a reel on this one. I call my status back. Top of the chain, I shall remain. Known or unknown to the world, death has become that little girl. While you still lost and confused, I find it amusing. You still don't know who I am. You still don't know. Well, wait, sorry. Let me start over. I'm sorry. I call my status back. Top of the chain, I shall remain. Known or unknown to the world, death has become that little girl. While you're still lost and confused, I find it amusing. You still don't know who I am. This ain't no fairy tale illusion that got you confused and flash back to the used to. Stay there if that's what you choose, 'cause I stick and move. Disappear without a trace as you stand there and say, damn, I just let her slip away, stuck on your face. Unbothered I am, I anticipated the outcome. Betrayal is my best friend, you won't be the last one. You see, the fakeness is real when it's being challenged. They feel the heat of my flame and they just can't handle it. They expect me to run. I face my fears. That's just the beast in me. I did try to warn them though, but now they will really see. I give two fucks about your feelings. That's the way you just treated me. Should have grabbed you by your balls, twisted hard, had you fall on your knees. Don't mess with the flame. That bitch is hidden for a reason. If she emerges, the holy grail you will need to see. Fortress Madam X.
Hey, listen,
I
whoever
was angry that day.
whoever pissed her off, and I'm just gonna let it be known. I hope you listening. I hope you listening. Whoever pissed her off, I suggest, brother, the next time that you do it over the phone or put on a cup, because I don't care. I don't care how tough you are as a grown man. I don't care how tough you are, because I'm a tough ass dude. I feel like I'm a tough ass dude. But if a motherfucker grip you by your balls and twist, like think about this for a minute, everybody. Like, if you grab something and you twist it, it ain't supposed to do that. Like, balls ain't supposed to go like that. So whatever you did, brother, just say sorry. It's okay to say sorry. Say sorry.
No, though, for real though, to be honest, that's really what the Black Widow is all about. That's how she thinks. That's how she is. So when people get ready to read the Black Widow, that's the kind of stuff that's gonna be coming out. You know, because you got to think about it. Denise, the Black Widow, she is the alter ego. She's an alter ego, so she don't care. She don't care. She think of the equalizer. You know, she's out to destroy. She, you know, anybody that can hurt her or hurt her friends, she's out to kill, and that's why she's called the Black Widow.
Man, shit. Like, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I be her friend at all times. She's grabbing twist me. She going to jail. Like, I'm calling them folk. Like, I'm calling them people with them badges and them attitudes. You're not just gonna
Oh my God! You must have felt that when I said that.
Every man who listened to that felt that. Like, any man who heard you say
that's the point. Now that's the point. That's the message I'm trying to get. Now go out there and treat y'all woman right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta worry about getting your balls twisted.
You know what? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I ain't playing none of them type of games at all. At all. Then he say nobody moves, nobody get hurt. If she holding balls, he better not move. He better sit there and do everything she say. I tell you that. Mine get gripped. I promise you. I'm instant bitch. I'm sorry, baby. I ain't got no problem saying I'm sorry. Keep your hands where they at. I'm sorry. Right. So the piece that's getting ready to come up now. You know what, Songbird? I bet you a ball twister too. All right. So the piece that we're getting ready to do right now is the collab between me and Miss Lips. Mm-hmm. So let me go ahead and get this started. I'm sorry. Songbird said something that caught me off guard. Okay, well, you know what? All right. Just don't have no damn flashback about a bad memory. Come to me so you can come for me. You have been waiting to test the extent of my sexual authority, and I have definitely been wanting to show you. So slowly, come to me so you can come for me. Remove your clothing and allow me to watch you as the candlelight dance across your uncovered breast. My manhood, reacting to the anticipation of finally exploring your temple, so please just come to me so you can come for me.
The brilliance of your wordplay intrigues me. For years, I've only heard you, wondering if you're actually the man you speak into your verses. Strong, wanton, deviantly sexy, making me want you to enslave my soul. And tonight, I willingly hand myself to you. So tell me what you want, Daddy. Tonight, my claws are in. Do as you will with this supple body. It's your playground. Do your worst.
Well, call me master.
Mm-hmm.
Skilled in the art of manipulating your body into multiple orgasmic phases before the first touch. Wrapping my hand in your hair and guide you to your knees to taste the tool that will be used for the pleasure of your yoni. Feeling the warm wetness of your mouth around my manhood excited me to the point of placing my hand around your throat to bring you from your knees and lay you on your back, allowing our pelvic regions to meet. You thought you were ready for your body to go through a series of orgasmic changes until it was time for your body to go through a series of orgasmic changes. In,
Mm.
out, in, out.
Mm.
Your moans feel like music to my ears, allowing my desire to float on the notes of your soul.
Yes, baby. Lay me down and dive in deep. Give me all God blessed you with. Mommy ain't scared, nor is she shallow. Swim in my gossamer waters. Baptize yourself within my sacred pool. I have waited for this moment for a lifetime. Penetrate my body the same way your eyes penetrate my soul. Fall so deep that your chocolate blends into my butter pecan, creating new flavors to feast on. Oh, you thought this kitten was tame? Still waters run flood tides when stirred. Just 'cause I choose to move like a house cat don't mean I wasn't born a panther. And although I fantasize this moment, does not mean I was unprepared. You warned me of your aggressions, but I never knew, and you never knew. I love that shit.
Drip. Oh man, that was definitely a fun piece.
Dope.
Appreciate it.
That was dope.
So we are at.
I don't know that I need to. Dang. Hey, we ain't got no man. Y'all gonna have to get me back up on here. I'm gonna have to show y'all some of my exotic stuff.
Oh, you know what? We definitely gonna have you back, man. Absolutely, and I'm pretty sure one of these Fridays and definitely one of these Saturdays you could come through either through the Inkwell that she's gonna explain to you, everybody, in just a moment, or to the Smoking Word Epiphany show that I also host, which would now be every Saturday. So yeah, definitely come through. Bring that pen. If you got some erotic stuff, bring it, because that's what we do.
I know. I be sitting here reading y'all stuff. I be like, Lord have mercy.
all I can say is you like Dave Chappelle show. Better not bring your kids.
Man.
All right. So, Poetress Madam X, can you please tell everyone where they can find you, how they can follow you, any upcoming events, books, where they can get those, all of that?
Well, my book is out right now on Kindle and Amazon. The original Diamonds on the Black Sheep, the second edition. So yeah, if you guys can look that up, that'll be really appreciated. The only platforms that I have right now are Facebook, Instagram, and I do have a TikTok account. Right now, I'm in the middle of trying to rebuild my platform. My page got hacked last summer, so I lost a lot of my following. So the more the merrier. Trust me. I'm going through friend requests daily. You know, trying to get that 1,000 likes again. Not likes, 1,000 followers again, so I can get my business page back up and running. Some people, not you guys, but there's some people out there that still look at me as the underdog, not realizing I've been doing this since 2015. So sometimes I have to let people know that hey, I'm a veteran at this. It's
All
just
right.
it looked like I got a little bitty following, but if you go all the way back to all of my previous profiles, you will see that I've been doing this since forever. The groups that I started, they're still out there. I don't have too much access to them, but the groups that I mentioned in the bio, they're still active. I still post in them and stuff like that. So yeah, basically Facebook. Right now, I'm trying to rebuild my platform on Facebook right now. Hopefully by the end of the year, I have my website going. I have my Ebony Making Progress is actually a organization that I'm trying to relaunch. I started that in high school, so I'm trying to bring it back out as a real organization. Um, and that's about it. Yeah, mostly just follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. Be my friend. Be my follower. Support me. Help me get that $1,000. I mean, 1,000 people. $1,000 would be nice, but a
Yeah.
thousand. 1,000 people, I'll sell it for 1,000 people right now, so I can pick up where I left off, so I can continue doing what I do.
That's what I'm talking about. Talk your shit, Poetry's Madam X. Miss Lips. Tell everybody where they can follow you and anything that you have coming up.
So I'm always right here on Facebook, Lisa Lips. And on IG, it is LL Cool Lips, LIPPS. And you can find me on Epiphany on Wednesday nights and every other Friday. That is www.blogtalkradio.com/EYEC people. And then you can find me working on a couple of things. The book is going to be called Grown Up Bedtime Stories, which I hope to have out
Oh
around
Lord.
Valentine's Day. And then the album is called Lyricists, and I'm hoping to drop that on my birthday, January 26th.
Ooh.
It is all love poetry. Each piece stands alone, but all of them together tell one story.
Yes.
That's dope.
Mhm.
That is dope. Well, I want to thank both of you ladies for accepting the invitation, coming out, blazing the stage, having a great time here at the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. Um, Lisa, we already know we work together with Epiphany, Poetry's Madam X. You will not be a stranger, so don't be alarmed if I'm hopping your inbox and be like, hey, I need you to do this. How about this? Like, it's going to happen. Just know that. But this was an amazing show. Did y'all have fun?
Yeah, I did.
Absolutely.
I
Hmm.
wanted to tell you, Paul, there's this security guard at my job that looked like you.
How old is you?
I don't know. Y'all look like y'all about the same age. Y'all look like y'all could be brothers. And I showed him a picture. He was like, dang, for real? Yeah, y'all looking like he reminded me of you. I've been telling everybody about this doggone podcast. And I
I
can
mean,
hear your accent too when you spit your poetry.
Listen,
I
that
can hear your
Louisiana
Louisiana accent.
drawl.
I can hear it. I was like, dang, listen to that. I can hear that
Mhm.
Louisiana accent too. That's what's up. I like that.
That's what's
appreciate it.
going to be.
Appreciate it.
Which way I got to reach over here and snatch him back over here?
Man, as far as the security guard, I'm gonna be honest with you. The possibilities of him being my brother is strong, man. My daddy was out there slanging that thing, and so
Even
like,
in Chicago?
Man, look, I got a sister in North Carolina I never met.
Oh,
I would love to meet her, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he didn't email sperm to Chicago. Like I don't know how. But
email sperm.
I mean, this day and age, everything's a possibility, man. so you know what? Tell him to hit me up. Maybe we can do a little investigation. He might be related to me.
I might will when I see him. I might will. I'm gonna tell him that I told you.
Bet that up. Oh man. So
yeah, I really did have fun. I had a lot of fun. I appreciate it. I was shocked when you said, you wanted me to do this because I've been watching y'all forever.
Oh, thank you.
I've been supporting y'all, especially you and Emma. Emma, she my poetic sister. So, I collect her and Kim Ye and Strategy, all them. I got to give shout out to them all day because, they mold me. They turned me into this little firecracker, they really did. So I have to give shout outs to them.
Oh man, shout out Legendary Inc.
Yes, Legendary Inc.
He and Push.
Mm-hmm. They only say, man, you got to come in there and work.
Yeah, you do. You got to go in there. You can't go in there playing.
Nah, you gonna have to.
Yep, you got to put in that work in there.
You're so broad. She said Paul got a brother named Paul Print.
Yeah, fuck me up with that one. Paul Print, like, you know what? She thinks she's funny. Like I know. She's funny. Man, this was such an exciting episode, man. So, on behalf of the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge, myself, Paul Cram the Poet, Imuna J, who is the CEO and founder of the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge, so we got to show her some love. I just want to say thank you, ladies, for showing up and showing out. My viewers who come through, man, I appreciate you guys coming through. You support me, support the Louisiana Lyricist Lounge every single week. And I just thank you guys so much because without you, there is no Louisiana Lyricist Lounge. To all the poets who are listening, we all have something to say. Don't sit on it. Speak that shit. One mic, one love to everyone here. We out. Oh man, amazing show, ladies. That was a beautiful show. Lisa, I think your mic. Unmute your mic, Lisa. All right, I guess you'll unmute me. It's like she caught up in the Matrix. All right, so Poetry Battle Mix again. Thank you, man. You did incredible.
Thank you.
You were incredible. But we would definitely be keeping in touch. I'm gonna need both of you later on. Probably. I'm trying to get some things booked up now. But you two would definitely have a show.